Lesley Logan. Welcome to my Pilates studio here in Los Angeles. Today we are tackling the Swan and Swan dive. I think people should Swan sooner than they think because we need so much extension practice in our life. And yes, Pilates has a lot of flexion, but because of so much back connection that you have to have, it's not like you're making yourself this crunched over person, right? So I don't want you to think that all the things in Pilates are actually making you fold forward. The reason the order is the way it is that you need to be so connected to your center that by the time you get to Swan, you're not letting your guts hang out. But because of all the connection of your arms onto your back, you'd be surprised how much back muscles you're working from the 100 all the way to Swan. That being said, the more you spend time sitting or at your car or at a desk, the more you should make sure you add Swan into your practice. I want to start off with a little baby Swan that anyone can do. Then we'll go into the regular Swan, and then we'll go into the Swan dive, and just some tips for that. Because there are a lot of pictures of what Swans can look like, and I've seen people in my classes do these crazy, amazing Swans where they totally end up on their chest and they end up on their shins, but they're absolutely in their lower back. And I actually want to find the longest line, the longest extension that you can. So I was one of those people who was trying to make my Swan so big that I was actually dumping in my lower back on both ways. So if you are new to Swan or you're trying to figure out how to add extension in, but you're not sure that you're actually doing it correctly, take your hands palm over palm and your forehead on your palms, right? And then what you're gonna do is keep your tailbone really long for me, so no booties up. Push your pubic bone towards the mat. That's gonna make your low belly engage. Put your hands on your forehead, and then without dumping in our lower back, we're gonna lift everything up. And I want you to pull your shoulders out of your ears, and you should feel all the muscles around here connect. And just breathe. And if you breathe normally, you will actually start to rock a little bit. Don't force it. Just use your inhales and exhales. And if you're keeping your stomach in, your legs will rise on your exhale, and your chest will lift on your inhale. And you can do about 10 breaths like that, and then you can lower down. So again, I wasn't actually making my chest lift or making my legs lift. I was so connected from the crown of my head to my toes and my center that I just rocked with my breath. So that's something you want to focus on. Now, if you are new to the Swan, your hands can go underneath your shoulders, or if you're like me and you have a mat with handles, your hands are in line with your shoulders on the handles. Now, the tendency is to want to push back. So you can see my arms are straight, not up, but I'm actually pushing back. I want you to pull your heart forward. So when I do this correctly, this Swan correctly, my shoulders go down my back, and when I press, I actually just get longer. So I'm lifting up, but I'm not getting as far with my head towards my feet. And what you want to do is pull your center in, so as soon as you push into those hands, your stomach comes with you. So you're not peeling up and leaving your stomach behind, and then your stomach comes up because you got up so high. Your stomach comes up as soon as your chest comes up, right? The muscles do. So if that's going really well, and you'll know if it's going well because if you take your hands off, you shouldn't fall, right? You shouldn't be so reliant on your hands that when you take them off, you drop down. So you're pulling your shoulders down your back, you're pulling your stomach in, and you're going long away from your toes. Now, I know in a lot of pictures the arms go forward in the Swan dive, but I actually want you to practice with your arms out to the side because I want you to stay connected to your wings so that when you're reaching out with your arm and forward with your chest, you actually are so connected with your upper body that you have these wings you can fly with, okay? If your arms come forward, you'll probably pull your shoulders into your ears, you're gonna disconnect your arms from your back, and then what do we have? Not the Swan dive. So you're gonna take your hands, pull your stomach in, press yourself up and forward, shoot your arms out and dive. Now for me, to keep this out of my lower back, I actually think about rocking more on my thighs rather than to my chest. You may be opposite. You may be so tight you have to think about rocking more on your stomach. I actually just want you to think about what your body needs and how much length you can get. So let's try that one more time. Right? It's someday the height will come, but for now, we want to be long and connected. And ideally, you want your legs squeezing tightly together, okay? So play with your swan. If you're struggling with that length, stay tuned for the next couple exercises in the mat series, the single leg kick and the double leg kick, because they really do help teach you this connection to your back. They also open up the front of your thighs and work your seat. So while they come after the swan, they really do help teach the swan. I'm Lesley Logan. For more videos like this, make sure you subscribe below. You can comment if you have any questions, or you can check out how to incorporate these exercises into your own mat practice over on onlinepilatesclasses.com in our weekly mat class. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.